So what's good? This is Kupfull with Kennedy Marie, and so today on my show I have a full-time employee, a barber, and the owner of In Your Budget Lawn Care, Uncle Ronnie. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming on to my show. So when it comes to lawn care, that's something that's kind of like an afterthought, especially being the man of the house. It's kind of just something that you go out and do without even thinking about it. And so I want to know what was your process of taking these services outside your backyard and offering it to other people?
Well, really wasn't a process. More or less, I kind of saw it as a good way to turn it into a side business, a side hustle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Getting a part-time job, that limits your time considerably. You know what I mean? You just don't have, working full-time and then clocking out going to another job, you pretty much don't have time for anything else. This gives me flexibility to just kind of maneuver how I want to maneuver. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not locked in or dedicated to another job per se.
When you're starting this business back in 2011, that's when you started In Your Budget Lawn Care.
Right.
What were there any challenges or difficulties trying to start up?
Not really. I mean, anything will be difficult if you go in without a plan.
Mm-hmm.
But you just kind of focus on what you're doing, consider what you're gonna offer to people, and then just kind of just float along those lines. Don't take on too much.
Mm-hmm.
And overwork yourself, because it's easier to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know
and then it's not fun no more.
No, it's definitely not fun. But now it's like, it's too demanding.
Right.
It goes from something you enjoy to just something you feel like you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to put yourself in that. Yeah.
No, we don't want to get to that point. Not at all.
Definitely
not at all.
don't.
With your services that you provide, equipment is very essential. Like
Mm-hmm.
without the equipment, it wouldn't be a lawn care business. So what was how did you figure out the equipment that you needed, and what was necessary for you to provide the services that you have?
Trial and error, pretty much. You focus on what you're gonna do. I mean, of course, if you small scale, small lawnmower do the trick.
Mm-hmm.
Weed either do the trick. But if it's you up trying to get your customer base a little bit bigger, you don't want to just beat yourself down every day.
Right.
So you want to get the equipment that's going to make it as easy on you as possible. You know what I mean? So you wouldn't go to Walmart and buy, and this is not a knock on Walmart, but you wouldn't go buy a $100 lawnmower and try to do 25 yards a week with it. That's not going to last.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to wear you out, and it's going to burn the lawnmower up at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get the stuff that you feel that'll make it easier for you. You know what I'm saying? You still have to put a little work in, but why break your back when you don't have to?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Work smarter, not harder.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. And I know we were talking about how some mistakes that some businesses do is they invest too much too soon.
I mean, that's easy. I like to say that's probably front loaded, top heavy, so to speak. When you invest too much, you got to be willing to put that time. You at least want to get your money back. You know what I mean? So when you go in too heavy, too hard, pretty much going to be impossible for you to recoup that. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to put that much time and effort in. Not me. I mean, like I said, it's just a side hustle for me now.
Gotcha.
If I'm in this full time, well, of course, I would have to invest in it for a full-time business, but definitely just kind of grow as you go, so to speak. They're going to always sell them. So you don't have to buy everything at once.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You just kind of grow with your business.
Yeah, you take the small steps to get to the bigger
First.
steps. And sometimes it's a little discouraging when you hop in too fast and then you don't see like the results that you want. And so
Exactly.
I feel like when that happens, you should just take a step back and learn from the lessons, but never stop doing what you're doing. If that's something that you love, you just keep pushing through and just find another way to get to that
True.
ultimate goal.
Yeah, true. I mean, just focus on the small victories first. You know what I'm saying? We all want to hit the game-winning shot and this and that.
Yeah.
But just focus on 1 yard at a time. Because in our actuality, that's all you can do. It's 1 yard at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of plan and go about it that way. Don't go too fast, too soon, too fast.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Avoid that. Okay, so we're gonna take a break, and it's game time with K Marie. And so our game is Guess That Line. So I have a list of movie lines for you, and I'm just gonna say them, and you gotta guess what movie is this line from,
Or try to.
or try to.
Right.
But I think it's some good lines. I think you should know all of them, but we just gonna see how it go. So okay, I'm gonna start with the first one. All right. You sure is ugly.
That's the color purple.
Yeah. I was gonna say, please know that. Okay, good. Okay, we off to a good start. Okay. You are the perfect verse over a tight beat.
Is that
No.
brown sugar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brown sugar. Okay, two
Two
for
for
two.
two.
2 for 2. Mr. Hughes, what page 15 on?
I don't
You
know.
think? You don't think?
I don't know that.
Mr. Hughes, what page 15 on?
I don't know. I don't
The
know.
wood.
Yep.
No.
Okay. No, I don't
No,
remember
you
that
don't
part.
Should chose another line. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. His mama named him Clay, so I'ma call him Clay.
That's Coming to America.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come to America.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you just gonna shoot me in my pinky toe?
That's Harlem Nights. Yeah.
Okay, you doing? It was like only one.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not gonna use the B word. I'm just gonna call y'all unstable creatures.
Is that hold on, I know what that is. That's Boys in the Hood.
No.
No, it's Baby Boy?
Yeah, Baby Boy.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I like integrated is my coffee.
Man,
You know it.
I promise you.
I can give you a clue on this one.
Give me a clue.
It got Denzel.
Yeah, it's Denzel.
It's a biopic. I think that's the word.
Is it Malcolm X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. What is the next one? Okay. Come on, young blood. Don't kill me, man. I got a girlfriend and I got a wife on the side.
That's is next Friday?
Yeah, next Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the last one. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I feel naked out here, B. Oh, don't tell me. This is my favorite movie, y'all.
Give me a clue.
What's the clue? It has Mackay Pfeiffer. I think I said it right.
Is it Juice?
No,
It's not Juice. No, that's not. That's on my F's.
I don't know what to do, A. I don't know. I feel naked out here, B.
I don't know, baby. I don't know.
Ah.
I don't know.
Paid in Full.
Okay, I never watched it.
Oh, you did?
I never watched it. I never watched the whole movie.
That's my movie, y'all. That is the movie. I said one more, but this is the last one. Yo, you got the juice now, man.
Oh yeah, that's Juice.
Yeah, juice.
Yeah,
that
that's
was gonna
That's
easy
Juice.
giveaway.
Yeah,
giveaway.
Yeah, she threw me a save.
Okay, well that was the end of Game Time. Guess That Line with K Marie. So we're gonna get right back into the questions. So whenever anybody is building a business, it's always important to build your client base. Like that's your number one priority. And so I just want to know what has been your, like, keeping it professional when you're dealing with a satisfied customer versus the unsatisfied customer, and how you go about that.
Okay, well for me personally, I mean it's a jump ball every time because you never know. You know what the results will be, but you never know how the client will react to the results. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people want stuff that doesn't necessarily look good on them or serves them well, I guess. But you only did what they asked. That doesn't mean they're gonna like it though. So,
Exactly.
I mean, my advice to anybody trying to start a business: minimize the negative, the clients that you don't feel you it's gonna vibe with. Just minimize that as much as you can and move forward. Don't let that take up too much of your time. Because, I mean, for everyone that's unsatisfied, you know, hopefully it's 2 that's satisfied. So,
Exactly. 3,
don't
4,
waste,
and 5.
yeah, don't waste a lot of time dealing with that. I don't. You know what I mean? I try to eliminate it as quickly as possible. I mean, as far as lawn care, barbering, hey man, it's a barbershop on every corner.
So
Somebody around with a lawnmower every day. So, I mean, this is something we don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? We could just sever our ties and go our way.
Exactly. Now we're talking about the subject of, you know, dealing with customers. When you start a business, is the pricing and knowing to price people and not let everything slide is something that is a challenge for some businesses more than others. But like, it's just they don't treat you as the same as they'll treat like a corporation like Walmart or
Right.
I don't know, Sam's or Home Depot or something like that, where you know their price is that, and then with you they want you to like debunk the price or you know
Right.
try to get it for free and things like that. So have you have any experiences with that?
Oh, of course. I mean, you really can't be in that type of business, barbering, lawn care, pretty much any business for yourself, and not experience that.
Right.
I mean, that's just the nature of people. I don't know what it is when it comes to a small bit or people they feel they know personally. You know what I mean? It's like they feel like some of them feel like you. Oh, I'm like, well, man, this is my livelihood. I can't. I won't survive if I constantly do this.
Right.
As far as
It won't be a business.
right, and as far as lawn care goes, I mean, it's the same thing. People want maximum. They want your maximum effort, but they want to pay you the minimum amount of money that they can. Which I'm not saying try to break the bank with people, but just be fair to yourself and them as well. But definitely be fair. If it's the job is going to be too big for what they want to pay, just walk away. You hadn't lost anything.
Right.
So just leave it on the table and let somebody else deal with it. So I wouldn't, I mean, because like I said, you won't be in business long doing it. I can assure you.
At all. So another thing about you, I've always known you to be doing a project, whether it's, I don't know, you got the garden, fencing, building your patio, just deck, everything like that. So I just want to know, what has been your favorite project out of everything that you just got your hands into?
My favorite project, you know, probably the garden. Well, you know, because you literally get to see, well, not the fruit, but the vegetables of your labor, so to speak. You know what I mean? So, in the finished project to me is always the most satisfying. You know what I mean? So no matter what it is, if it turned out the way that I planned, I'm a happy camper when it comes. It's a win-win. So, but yeah, I mean, I just kind of enjoy doing all of it. Really, you know what I mean? I wouldn't. Some things you would probably take a little longer than others.
Yeah.
You know, so when it comes to time constraints, you want to try to do that different, but I just kind of enjoy tinkering with it all.
Yeah. So is there anything that was like your least favorite or something like you'll try to avoid or wouldn't want to do again?
Well, I did a privacy fence for a client, and that. Knowing what I know now, I probably shouldn't. In which it was just so time consuming, and there's so many different things that go. You know, a lot of people think, well, man, you just digging a hole, putting them in, just that's why it was. That's why it was down. You know, that's why I ended up repairing it because that's what the last person did. So it's just, you know. Now, if I had a team, maybe, but definitely not an individual project at all.
Was it summertime when you was doing it? Was it hot?
No, it really wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now if it was hot, that'd have been a different animal altogether. So, but yeah, no, and even though it was cool, it was pleasant outside. It was still, it was just so, I
understand. I got you. So before, in your budget lawn care, of course, that started in 2011. Of course, you was always hustling and bustling before that. And so I introduced you as a barber and a full-time employee. And so once that came into the picture, how did you balance all the obligations and expectations from each of these different jobs that you had?
Well, of course, you know the full-time. That schedule was pretty much set. everything else, I just kind of work around. And by me being in that position, I can just kind of maneuver in and out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not locked into anything other than that 8 to whatever time, well, 6 to whatever time. But after that, it's kind of my time. So I can easily, okay, well, I'm going to do this today, or I think I'm going to go cut some grass today, or whatever. You know, they just kind of play with it and decide on how you want to lay it out. Yeah. But you definitely got to have a vision, a plan of what you doing, because if you just going about it blind, you can burn yourself out quick, because it's easy. I don't think people really understand how easy it is to overwhelm yourself with so much stuff. You know what I mean? If I could go back and probably tell the young me, get a young me any advice, it would be, I always have dreams and goals, but pick one that you feel you're going to be the most satisfied with, and the one you're going to focus on the most. And just kind of go along those lines, because it's easy to take on too much.
Yep. Or get off track.
Get off track.
Forget what you was doing it for, or who you was doing it for.
So now, instead of you doing quality work, everything else is starting to slip because you're trying to do too much. You know what I'm saying? So, and then again, and that's a business killer. So, yeah.
And that I think that goes all back to just managing your time and kind of just taking time to step back and actually write down what you want things to look like, or where you're trying to go. And yeah, that's definitely a key essential to doing anything.
Yeah, and I heard this, you know, it's a couple of motivational speakers I listen to from time to time, and the one guy, he pretty much said, every day, make a goal. Set a goal for every day. Set a goal for every week. Set a goal for every month. That way you feel like you're accomplishing something. You know what I'm saying? Instead, because getting up, going to work day in and day out, that becomes mundane, and at some point you're going to be like, man, I had enough of this. I don't feel like I'm getting a step ahead. But if you feel like you're accomplishing goals as you go, that's sort of like motivation to keep going. So
we all need motivation on the daily.
I don't think we understand how much, and not just necessarily from a scripture or a quote, or just your friends or your peers encouraging you, or your co-workers, or whoever, your spouse or whatever, just encourage you. That really has carried a lot more weight than I think people give it credit for. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep that in mind, because at the end of the day, we all we got. We got to be for us.
And that just goes into being careful who you have around you, and being aware of your surroundings, and just keeping positivity and positive people around you that want to see you win, and you want to see them win, and vice versa.
Right.
Because if it's only one way, and neither one of y'all are, got the best heart and interest. I mean, best interest at heart. Right. Best interest at heart, then it ain't really productive. It's really toxic. You just call it for what it is. It is okay to let people go. I think a lot of people struggle with that. People they've been knowing forever, and they feel like they've been friends forever, and it's but this person means you no good. Every time is something going on with you when they around. You know what I mean? So we got to get to a point where we say, okay, it's okay for the betterment of me, my peace of mind. I got to let this person go. I have no problem with it. I don't. It took me 47 years to get here, but I have no problem with that. I don't have any energy to waste on negative people. Or time. At all. Got you. Out of there. I'm here with you. Yes. I wanted to go back to you being a barber. So you've been a barber for maybe 20 plus years, I'm going to say. Yeah. And so it's not everyone gets that far. I want to say that first. Not everybody gets that far. And so I just want you to talk about maybe the keys or the must-haves that you had along these years to just stay in business, keep those connections, keep those customers coming, and just loving the job. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. Enjoying what you do in anything you do, you'll be inclined to put a little bit more effort into it. You know what I mean? I love dealing with people on that level. Some people gonna click with you, some won't, and that's just the nature of that business too. But
the people that you click with, they ride with you to the end.
To the end, to the
I
wheels
mean,
fall
I
off.
literally been cutting guys' hair since I moved to Little Rock, and I still cut their hair to this day. That's been over 20-something years.
Yeah.
I won't say I'm the best barber in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm nowhere near the worst, but I've seen better haircuts, quality haircuts, you know. But once you connect with people, that's where people tend to just kind of gravitate towards you. It's more than just a haircut now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to see my boy. I'm going to see my friend. You know what I'm saying? So once I would have to say that would definitely part of the reason I've survived this long as I have. I mean, just being a people person, and you know, they going, you know, you don't bring problems into a situation like that. Don't bring personal problems, because this is maybe his sanctuary. This may be his time to just step back, sit back, and just kind of relax. You know what I mean? So you want to kind of create that atmosphere for him. So, you know, and I have a tendency of ranting and raving about certain things sometimes, which I have to kind of check myself on that.
Right.
You know, but for the most part, just try to be a listening ear. If everything is going well, we just talk about whatever.
Yep. Okay, I like it.
So.
I like it. Okay, barber. I like them words, wisdom. I want to talk about sports because I love talking about it, and of course, I'm gonna talk about basketball because that's my go-to. So, the season right now. How you feel about it? Have you been keeping up with it?
Yeah. The Lakers gonna pull it off. They got to now. Yeah, out of everything that's happened the last month or so, it's the pressure. Hopefully they won't let the pressure get the best of them. But I mean, come on, man. If you had no inspiration,
you got.
If you're a Laker player, if you hadn't had any inspiration, you definitely should have inspiration and motivation now to try to bring this thing to LA. So I feel like that's who gonna win it. I don't know, but I just feel like that's who gonna. Talent wise, I still feel like they may be one player away, but I think they'll work that out before the playoffs start.
So what you think about the reigning MVPs? I mean, not MVPs, champions, the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, actually, surprisingly enough, the Raptors are doing fairly well. Yeah, I still don't see them coming out the East, but I'm glad to see them maintaining a level of play that's keeping them successful. Because I actually thought when Kawhi left, that was just I really did. But you know, to my surprise, but like I said, I think it's good for the program, good for the organization that they're still competitive. Yeah,
definitely. And then I know KD still out.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be out for the rest of the season,
yeah,
right? He not even
he out for the whole season.
See, I didn't know that.
Well, now Kyrie is out as well, so he's out for the rest of the season. So
the Nets just shut that down.
Yeah.
But Russell and Harden, I didn't think they were gonna be as well. I didn't think they were gonna work together as good as they have been, because they're like two
of the same.
On the same team.
And I still think at some point that's gonna rear its ugly head at some point. I mean, hopefully they can work it out, but I don't know, man. They two are the same. Yeah. To me, if I'm the guy that's making those calls, I don't even know if I would have brought Westbrook in and not expect to keep Harden too. I mean, it's just because basically to me you're getting the same player. I gotta have some diversity. I mean, we watch Houston go at it throughout the year, but come playoffs they just collapse and burn, and because that type of ball don't win championships. So you gotta have an all-around game. So hopefully it work out for them. I wouldn't bet on it, but but hopefully it does.
And then All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And I heard everyone didn't agree with the dunk competition.
That was terrible. Terrible. I mean, I feel definitely, what's his name, Aaron Gordon? Definitely won this All-Star weekend or whatnot, but I feel like he was robbed the last time. I did personally, but definitely robbed this time. Yeah. I mean, if the one guy,
he was gonna come back
I can't blame him. I mean, because we watched the one guy do the same dunk every dunk.
Yep.
it was some kind of dunk between the legs, some kind of dunk between. There was no creativity with it. You know, you jump over the head between the legs, you catch it off the backboard between. Come on, man.
Bring something else.
You watch this kid jump over a 7'6" guy.
Mm.
And come on, man.
Come on.
The whole format was just terrible. The voting and everything was just terrible. So, yeah. So I don't blame that kid. I definitely wouldn't come back either. I mean, it's just not in the cards for him. So.
Gotcha. So I want to go down to the college basketball because March Madness is coming up.
Okay.
And so is there any, have you been watching it? I ain't got onto it yet.
Not a lot.
No.
I hadn't watched it a lot. I kind of keep up with the number ones. I mean, surprisingly, Baylor was number one, but I think they lost today. So I just hadn't. I just kind of let it start.
Yeah,
and then I just kind of.
And then you hop in.
The clear-cut favorites are nowhere in the picture. Your Dukes, your North Carolinas. I mean, we're not hearing anything about those teams anymore. So, I don't know. I have no idea.
We're going to see. We're going to see what's coming up.
Yeah, somebody got to rise to the top.
So, we was talking about the collegiate level, so, college players can get paid now. Right. And that wasn't always like that. They had just changed that maybe in the last year or so.
Right.
So, what is your take on that? I feel like it's long overdue.
Yeah, definitely. Reason being, for the simple fact, like I say, those kids, they come to college, most of them, with the NBA in mind. That's just a stop that I have to make.
Yeah.
So, but the universities are making millions off of these kids. You know what I mean? Ain't no stadiums being filled for no chemistry contest or nothing like that. You know what I mean? For no debate thing of the football programs, those basketball programs, and you got to look at it. I look at it through this lens. If you can afford to pay a college coach $5 million a year, NFL coaches don't make that type of money. So why aren't these kids getting paid?
Right.
But any little thing disqualifies them from being able to participate. So I mean, it's like everything is slanted for the most part, in my opinion. You got all the NCAA rules in place that pretty much keep them, but then the minute one of them step out, then you drop the hammer. It's just I just don't see the fairness in it at all. Not me. So pay them something. Give them something. That way you don't run the risk of them jeopardizing themselves and not being eligible to play because of an agent got in their ear or somebody, a bookie got in their ear or whatever. You know what I mean? So just take care of them. They taking care of you.
And is.
Right. Y'all not building these new stadiums and gyms off donations.
No,
That's what I'm saying. So just pay them.
I agree.
Just pay them.
Well, we're going to see where that goes. NCAA, you got some work to do,
dog.
Right. we need y'all to get to it. Y'all did this, but we need y'all to keep working.
Keep working.
Definitely. So, yes, I want to thank you, Unc, for coming on to my podcast.
Not a problem. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
And spilling all your wisdom and your Kupfull with my podcast.
I try to.
I definitely appreciate it. So,
I mean, I charge myself as well as others. If we don't pass down the knowledge that we know, and hopefully that cycle continues. I mean, we got to build from within. Exactly. I mean, right, wrong, indifferent. If you agree with it, cool. If you don't agree with it, my thing is this: don't tear it down unless you got something better to put in place. That's my thing. I mean, I'm not saying what I'm saying is law. All I'm saying is it worked for me.
Yeah.
So anybody that's coming up in those avenues, hopefully they can benefit from it. So.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you. And this has been your Kupfull with Kennedy Marie. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay motivated, stay grounded, and I'll see y'all on the next Kupfull.
Peace.